Okay, so we're testing the new Wayfarers from Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. These are the Gen 2s, and they have the transition lenses, so you probably see a little bit of tint here. Right now, you're also listening to this through the microphones, so tell me how that sounds. But let's see if I can get in some shade and see these transition. But I kind of like the rosy tint. Not sure what I feel about the frames, but we're testing out a few meta stuff over the next few weeks so that we can see which one we're going to bring to Costa Rica. So that's kind of the reason why I'm just picking up willy-nilly models. And the first one obviously is the Classic Wayfarer. Not really a perfect fit for my face, but good enough where, you know, I can at least try out the features. Okay, now we're inside. Let's see how quickly these transition to clear. Not perfectly clear, but clear enough when I can see stuff indoors. You can see a little bit of pink tint, but it's mostly clear. So, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds?
So we have to talk about this case, because the case is going to be really important for your experience with these AI glasses, because it's going to be the center point for you to connect with your phone, check on battery levels, charge your phone, and reset things where you might need to do initially before you get used to things. So this battery case can hold 48 hours of charge and charge your device or charge your glasses up to 50% in about 20 minutes. Obviously, this case is going to be a little bit harder than normal cases because it needs to carry all those charging components, and as you see inside there's those little nubs where the bridge will sit on so that it can charge and it can sync and communicate with your phone. So the edition that I got was the special edition. I just thought that the translucent looked a little bit better than the plasticky, shiny versions they have, just a little bit more premium, and they also came with these really cool pink lenses, which we'll test out later. But the thing to keep in mind here is that these lenses particularly transition, but they're also blue light blocking, so they do have multiple purposes. As we talk about the camera, they are 12 megapixel cameras that are wide angle and can shoot photos and video up to 3K. So if you flip these guys over, you'll see the little charging port in the bridge, and these guys will give you about 8 hours per charge. So again, your results may vary depending on how active you are using that, but 8 hours is the projected that is on the spec sheet. Additionally, they have these discrete open ear speakers that will be very useful for their translation features in the app, but also of course your music. You're gonna have various different levels of performance here, but what I can tell you is they're not very discreet. At max volume, you're gonna be able to hear this, so I'll show you guys some samples here as we try these on. But overall, the speakers are, you know, serviceable. Don't expect some audiophile quality, but they're serviceable and they do get loud. Alright, I gotta fly for a business trip soon, but I will record some audio here on this guy, just so you guys can get an understanding of how this might sound with the speakers. Thing is, I just don't know how else it's going to represent. It does have ears, but with how these are positioned and how they work, they just may not be full representation of how these sound, but we'll try. But I also wanted to do this video here to show you guys that there's quite a bit of leakage when you're at like higher volumes, like say 75% and higher. So I will do a little bit of a volume test as well, but we'll do a couple tracks. So let's listen. Nothing to lose, cause I'm an outlaw. Hey, listen, this town ain't big enough for the two of us, man. Come on. Now, if they want that heat, just come through and eat. I got a hot and ready place to knock you off your feet, just like a southpaw. Cause you caught me off guard with the way you stick and move. I saw you walking in and started straight rock the room with that activity. You got a bright future behind you, baby, I see. Lord have mercy. And then I walked up to you all clean and smooth. I said, will you be my symphony? Beverly, Beverly, Vivire, oh Beverly, Beverly, you got that something I wanna try. Oh Beverly, Beverly, Vivire, oh Beverly, Beverly, head over heels and I can't lie. Alright, so the next few minutes, I'm just gonna go over Samica's point of view. I gave her these sunglasses and she walked around with them, took videos when she wanted to, and basically you can just see our day. Hopefully this gives you a good understanding of how things look. We'll do a little bit of sounds when she's talking, but also just to get a good understanding of what the perspective is when you're using this, to see how this will work for your use case.
Look at this bowl. She's so cute with the little strawberry. Cool. I wonder if they have this one. So let's see. But like, oh, they still have it. Oh my god, they're so cute. Look at that face. Look at that face. And it's so soft. We have successfully found a manga.
Mini tint. Not all the way tinted. Half tint.
I was trying to do the fun stuff, but someone doesn't want to carry it.
I'm not carrying a giant pumpkin or
Why not?
lawn chair.
It's fall though.
No, carrying.
How mean? Oh my god, look at all that. Okay, I have to go in.
Oh my lord.
No, it needs to happen.
Oh my lord.
Let's make sure. Bloop, bloop.
Oh my lord.
I'm good. Fall, y'all. It's fall, y'all. I just saw all of this stuff and I was like, yep, it needs to happen. Look at this. Okay, so he's trying to sit in a chair. Look at all the husbands and dads. No, half the fun is making you think you're going to carry stuff for me. This is a cute lamp. I low-key want this lamp.
Just keep looking at it.
No. Come, look at stuff with me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, buddy. So, I've been walking around with my hair looking crazy. The Voltaire hasn't said anything. Can you believe it? These glasses are kind of cute. I'm here for it. Yeah.
Full tint.
Still bright though.
This way.
This way.
Still full tint.
Nice. I need it. Because every once in a while, the sun's like, ah! Tight. 4-0. Let's go. Wish me luck. Oh, JK, we're going here too. And we're starting here. Let's go. Inside. Look at that. Look at Fushine, it's so cute. Look how cute is Mofusan. Oh, I love Mofusan. So cute. Look at her face. She's so freaking cute. I can't, you guys. Oh no, we have entered gacha land.
Instead of saying just also $5. Instead of just 500 yen.
Yeah, right. Very different conversion rates here. I like the gacha music though. We have now found out that it's not $5, it's 5 coins. It translates to $10. No. And now he's seen it. Do. His favorite. Finally done. So now we're gonna drink this on the road, and he's gonna eat this while we go back home. Da 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 da. Whee!
In live translation from French to English.
You ready?
Yes, I am ready. Oui, je suis prêt.
Ah, ok. Alors, on a vraiment passé une belle journée aujourd'hui.
So we had a good day today. Okay, I agree with you.
On a marché beaucoup.
We did, but it was good exercise. On y fait, c'est un bon exercise. But does it tell me how to say it?
On l'a fait, mais c'était un bon exercice.
Better, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can understand that a lot better. On a un peu trop dépensé, mais ça va.
Are you talking like money?
Oui. Si.
You gotta wait for the French part.
Vous devez attendre la partie française.
Ok, d'accord. Mais je n'ai pas beaucoup de patience.
I understand that you don't have that much patience. That is your personality, and you better wait for this thing to tell you the French stuff.
Je comprends que vous n'ayez pas tant de patience. C'est votre personnalité et vous feriez mieux d'attendre que ce truc vous dise les trucs français.
A little formal, but okay. So we can have a whole conversation, which is pretty cool. It's translating English to English. Well, there you go.
All right. How were they?
All right, so super comfortable. I like the fact that it kind of added a little bit of fashion to my outfit, and especially because I had it just right there, I was able to shoot more videos. It's literally like a click and hold and click to stop, and I felt a little bit more stealthy than just having my phone like right there recording. I don't shoot as many videos when I have my phone, so that was just a nice way of having a more comfortable way to shoot videos. In terms of different aspects of the glasses, when I first started using them, I didn't realize that the field of view was a little bit longer, like this way, taller, as opposed to wider. So I was backing up trying to get the full view of the cafe, and I didn't actually get the sides as much as I wanted to because I could see the sides, but the camera was not capturing the sides. Also, in terms of peripherals, I couldn't totally see my peripherals. It's like I had this because they were those big, like, side of the glasses there, and it was just blocking my peripherals. So when we were in like the Chinese restaurant and there were people like coming at me sideways, I could not see them to save my life. So that's just something to keep in mind. I did like, from a tin perspective, how it seamlessly transitions. Like when you go inside, it gets lighter. When you go outside, it gets darker. So I didn't really feel the need to like squint much between inside and outside, and I didn't even feel the transition much. Like sometimes I was asking you, like, is it darker or is it lighter? Because I really couldn't really tell. That said, though, when I was straight in the sun, it wasn't 100% like blocking out the sun, so I was still kind of like squinting or having my hand on my forehead just to block out the sun a little bit more. So something to keep in mind with a lighter pinkish shade. Oh, okay. So also, there's a little bit of a blur when you have them on. It's like a little foggy. Like right now, I feel like I'm seeing in HD versus when I have the glasses. It's a little bit, I can't see as well. Still like really good, but just something to keep in mind, especially at night, because I feel like at night it was a little bit like foggy around me and I couldn't see as clearly. So just something to keep in mind with the glasses. I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be fair, but I did notice it a little bit more at night. All right, and that's it.
All right, I'll tell you my thoughts in a second. So looking back at what Samica was mentioning, a lot of her issues seem to be around the lenses themselves. Like obviously the function, all that stuff seemed to be great. She loved the camera parts of it, but there's some quirks with the lenses that I think can be resolved depending on some of the choices you make here. So color of the tint obviously is going to be a factor. I picked the rose colored tint from the special editions, and they also have some other light tints there as well because they've introduced more color. So you definitely can have a nice gamut if you guys want to choose different lenses. But for direct sunlight, those lighter tints are just going to be a little bit more harsh on the eyes. So if you live in one of those climates where you're in those situations where there's a lot of direct sunlight, you might want to go for a darker tint. So like some of the non-transition lenses obviously are going to be pretty dark and good for those scenarios. Or if you pick like a black transition lens, that will also work very well in those conditions because they just get a lot darker. They're less fashion forward. They're just more functional. So if you're just looking for that pitch darkness, go for one of those lenses. And then she also mentioned about how the actual lenses themselves kind of had some weird optics. So like some like fading or like fuzziness that she saw. And I think that's just because it's a Ray-Ban. It's not the most premium product despite the premium price. You know, it's not gonna be something like Oliver Peoples or something with good optics. So I think that's why some people opt in for the Oakley versions of the Meta glasses, just because they do have a little bit better lenses on them. They're a little bit thicker, they're a little bit higher quality, there's better clarity. So, you know, if that's important for you and you want that, you might look at some of the Oakley ones if you want a little bit more crispness there. But overall, like, I think what I really liked from the special edition ones is that the materials themselves are just a little bit nicer than what you would see out of the shiny plastic version. This one is matted. It has kind of a nice satin coating on the arms and the bridge and all that sort of stuff. So it's just a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more premium feel. So that's the reason why I kind of gravitated towards that look and feel a little bit more. One thing that she didn't mention was battery life. So I think we got around 5 hours out of them. They project 8. We use this a lot. So we were using the translation features and like the Hello Meta features and music features, camera obviously, and we got about 5 hours. So we did have to end up recharging. I did have to bring this case, which is something to keep in mind for people who are traveling with this because it is bigger. I brought a little sling bag with me, so it wasn't too bad. But if you need to be able to be recording all day, you're gonna have to pocket this, and because it's a little bit harder, some people might find that a little bit annoying, so you're gonna have to really parse out your 5 hours or whatever. But battery might be a consideration, but if you have the case with you, you'll be able to go all day with no problem. And then the other thing that surprised me is just the camera. The camera's really nice. Like, I was surprised with the colors. I'm surprised how it reacted with motion. It just got a really crisp image right out of the box with no color correction. I really like what we saw out of the sample footage that we took. The one thing that I found funny is that these are wide-angle camera lenses. Or this is a wide-angle camera, but it's narrow. So the field of view is just not very long. And there's no way to switch it to a wide-angle view. So it's strange because the wide-angle camera just doesn't go wide. That's just one little quirk where I thought it was funny. I thought you were going to be able to swap it so wide, and that this is just for optimization of vertical media, but I guess you're just stuck in media until a firmware update comes through. yeah, those are just some of the like add-ons to what Samica was saying. But I think overall, I think these are great. Like, if this works for you in terms of the Wayfarer, I think it's a nice little thing to have, just to be able to record things often, be able to have some smart features there as well. And the battery life is commendable. Again, you might need to bring the case around, but I can see a lot of people picking these up just because of the ability to shoot such solid video whenever they wanted, and with a pretty fashionable pair of glasses. For me, I'm not personally keeping this because the Wayfarers don't really work with my face as well, even though I really like the vibe of these, especially the lenses. But I'm going to probably get a more workout focused ones for when we do field days, you know, go on vacation, something a little bit more waterproofy ones. So there's some Oakley ones coming out that I'll probably be looking at. We'll also be looking at the Skylar versions because I think that will also look very good on Samica. So I have some of those in the mail. So there's gonna be other stuff from Meta that we'll be looking at. This was just our first foray, so it doesn't go into every specification and all that sort of stuff. So I apologize if that's what you're looking for out of this video. The future ones will go over the stuff that I missed. So stick around for that. But if you could, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you normally do on a video that you like and love. And as always, I appreciate you. See you very soon.